So I have some leftover braiding hair, and the colors that I use is a 2, a 4, a 33, and a 613. I also had some leftover mesh from when I used to make bathing suits, and I got that from Hobby Lobby. And here's my little work area that I put my wig head on. I'm showing you the cap that I use and what it looks like on the wig head. So I've seen a couple of ladies on YouTube add mesh to this type of cap so they can make a lace crochet wigs. And that's what you see me doing here. Lord, look at my stitching. It ain't perfect, but hey, it'll do. Just wanted to show you a close-up of what it looks like with that mesh sewn to the front part of the cap. Now this is a shot of about 80% of the hair already crocheted onto the cap. This next shot will show a close-up of what it looks like with me adding the hair to the front of the cap. Actually, this is the size of the cap where your edges are, and as you see, I have the band tucked under, which I've done this for another wig and it really didn't make a difference on this wig, but it kind of hides the band a bit, but the band ends up flipping anyways when I put it on my head, so that part was kind of unnecessary. Here's a close-up of the wig cap still intact, and now here it is with that part of that cap cut out and just exposing the lace. Here is the small crochet needle that I use to crochet hair through the mesh. I use the tinier needle for the mesh because the bigger one, the pink and green one that we normally use, would not go through the mesh without ripping it. But turns out the tinier one kind of put holes in the mesh too. So if you guys think about making a lace wig, make sure you use the correct type of lace or mesh fabric, because the type I used was not, I don't think, wig worthy, but I did the best I could with what I had. Anyways, here is a close-up of the mesh part, and no, that's not a completely done part. It's still a bit wide and I had some more hair to add to it, but I didn't get any good footage of the part completely finished, so my apologies. And here's the wig fully crocheted. Now here it is on my head. That thing is thick, but I needed to put it on my head to see exactly how I wanted my curls to sit. So now it's time to curl the wig. I used 2 packs of the blue Flexi Rods. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I curled the hair using those Flexi Rods. So as you see here, I am separating a pretty nice strand, probably about 2 inches wide. I didn't want my curls to be too big, but I also didn't want them to be too small. I just wanted a medium-sized, nice, bouncy curl. So now you're seeing me brush through this hair. As you know, braid hair it can get very tangled, so it's important to, get those kinks out. And as I'm wrapping this hair around the Flexi Rod, I'm twisting as I go. This curl method helps you get a thicker and fuller spiral curl. So this part is very important. Please, if you do this, make sure you twist as you wrap around that Flexi Rod. Otherwise, you're gonna have a totally different type of curl. Now here's a bit of a closer look of me curling that hair around the Flexi Rod, and I'm almost finished. I think this is the last piece that I needed to wrap around the Flexi Rod, and that is what it looks like once you are done. And now I'm about to go put that in some boiling hot water, baby, so we can get this thing curled. I make sure that I saturate the entire wig in steaming hot water for about 3 minutes. And as soon as I take it out, I put it back on the wig head and I unwrap that hair. Yes, it is still wet, but I want to make sure that I unwrap this while it is wet because I want these curls to fully dry. And see, that's what I'm talking about. That thick, full spiral curl is so beautiful to me. And here's a close-up of most of the curls being unwrapped. You want to be very careful when unwrapping this hair because it can get tangled and then you may lose your curl. So please be careful. Now here's a close-up of the wig being fully unwrapped and letting those curls hang and dry. I spray my hair with the holding spray. You don't have to, it's not necessary, but it's just something I want to do to give the curls a bit more hold. Girl, now look at that. Listen, lace is not my friend, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Now you see me pulling the wig, pulling the curls apart. I try to pull from the top and the middle and not really touch the ends because I want that curl to stay a bit longer, and once you start pulling at the ends, it's gonna tangle the hair more. Now, as you can see, I'm doing my best to lay this lace down. Y'all that know how to melt laces, man, more power to y'all, but I don't think God gave me that gift. And here she is, completely done, fluffed out, and cut to the shape that I wanted. You can see the different color highlights that I added to the hair. I didn't want just a color 2 wig. I wanted to add some blonde and brown highlights because I don't really see those colors mixed together in that kind of way at the hair store. So here's a look at the back. Look at that. It swings like human hair in my opinion. I'm just super happy with the way this wig turned out. Okay, so I wanted to get on here and talk a little bit more about this wig that I made. It is a lace wig, but in my opinion, you really cannot see from far away that it is. But here closer, you can see what it looks like, which in my opinion, I've still got a lot of learning to do. But, you know, whatever. I'm not going to beat myself up. It looks good enough to be worn. But anyways, I don't think I would make another lace wig in the way that I made this one because it was very time consuming. Also, one thing that I would do if I wanted to do another lace wig is buy the cap that already has the lace on there, because this lace that I have was just some fabric that I had bought from Hobby Lobby, and it wasn't strong enough for needles poking through it. Every time I put the crochet needle in, I kept making big holes in the net or the mesh or lace or whatever it's called, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, I had to use the thread to sew up some holes a couple of times. So definitely want to use a stronger lace or mesh piece if you add it to a wig like how I did. Also, I wanted to do this hairstyle because I seen it online. I seen a couple of girls on YouTube do the Flexi Rod curls on braid hair, the Kanekalon hair. Is that how you say it? Is it Kanekalon? But I just love the way that curl looks. It's just a really full, thick curl. Yeah, and you definitely don't see a lot of crochet hair with these colors mixed together. Like I said, I used a 2, a 4, a 33, and a 613. And I just really don't see those colors mixed together like that. So I did it. I'm proud of myself. And one last thing I like about this wig is that it is not tight. I cannot stand tightness on my head. And number 2, it's not good for your hair, your edges, your perimeter, none of that. So I love that I can't really feel it on my head. Now, if I go out on the wind, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I could always pin it down with some bobby pins. I hope you enjoyed my video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see me make more.